Here we go, watching paint dry, part 5. Ellyrian Reavers, High Elf, guys on horseback from the Island of Blood set. So here we go, 5 guys. They assemble up pretty quickly and easily. I just added some sand to their base, some PVA glue, and ready to get at her. So I assembled it all up first. There's just a bit of a mold line in the back there where the two halves of the horse connect. Not a big deal, but something that you may want to consider filling up with some putty. So actually there's my guys right there, spray painted with a grayish color. First off, I dry brushed the silver areas with mithril silver and gave it a wash of Bad Black, GW Bad Black wash. And the mithril silver brings it up nice and bright, and Bad Black just gives a bit of differentiation. I did that first so that when I painted over the other areas, I didn't have to worry about silver contaminating things, as it always does. Here we go, just a dark blue, all the blue areas, as per the way GW painted everything up. And I've got the base coat on the horses, just a gray coat. It's going to get some washes to give it some differentiation as well. Here you can see some scorched brown on some areas I've decided to make a leather color. Doing the bases while I'm going here. Shading in the horses, giving them some Bad Black wash. Adding in the Gemstone there. It's going to be for the feathers, and that'll get a Griffin Sepia wash a bit later. Just touching up the areas that are going to be white, so that's getting just it's going to get a gray coat there. So you can see I've highlighted the horses up a bit, just a quick highlight. Did let the washes do most of the work there. These guys actually took quite a long time to do. You see the grays all done. That's just the base, and it's going to be brought up to almost a white with different levels of gray. Doing non-metallic gold here, that's just a Palomino gold from the Reaper range. And you can see these feathers have been given a wash. And all I'm going to do to highlight that is just give them the base coat back again, and maybe a little bit of an off-white. Every other one's going to be white, so they're being given a dark gray base coat. Here you can see the gold areas given a Devlin Mud wash. That's the Palomino gold there, the Reaper bottle. So you can see the different areas. So this here is going to get a non-metallic gold. That's just the same color as the feather, given a different wash to make it look a little different. Same with the shaft. These two are the same color, and some gold bits here and there, gold along there. Starting to come together. The only thing, you're going to have to add some more detail there. I've got the gray bits, but that ended up taking a long time just because there's so many little pieces to pick out on the 5 of them. You can see I'm starting to build up the white highlights here as well. I'm just kind of doing a rough white using a couple different gray tones. Getting close to white there. You can see how that kind of builds up pretty quick. Getting pretty close. Like I said, horses, they take a lot longer. So even though there's only 5, these guys took probably one of the longest units. You see there I've started adding flesh and using Ogren Flesh wash. I'm going to have to touch that up in a later step. The horses there, just a little bit of highlighting after all the washes. I actually found with handling these guys that scorched brown wiped off a bit, so I just touched that up with the highlights. You can see I've started to do the non-metallic gold on the areas. That's just picking out sharp highlights with the Reaper Buckskin Pale, which is the next one up from Palomino Gold. So what I did is just started with the Palomino Gold, did a Devlin Mud wash, Palomino Gold on some of the edges, and then just the sharp edges with the Buckskin Pale. And here we are, all done. I've added the gemstones as well, same as before, just the Reaper red ink with blood red from Games Workshop and blaze orange, and then a little white dot at the top. Not too many different things here. I mean, the horse is really the only fundamentally different part, and that was just using grays and some washes. But like I said, these guys take a lot longer. So many small fiddly details. The leather areas, I used Bestial Brown and Snakebite Leather to highlight those up. Used a bit of Vomit Brown just for the edges, just to make it look a bit more highlighted. Otherwise, these guys are pretty much exactly the same as the Swordmasters in terms of the colors used. You can check out my other videos to see what those look like. You can also check out my blog. It's likewatchingpaintdry.blogspot.com, and I painted these guys up for MiniWargaming.com, and this will link links below in the video description. See you next time.